What if the person you trusted with your heart turned out to be the exact person your friends warned you about? That's the storm swirling around Hollywood right now, and at the center of it all, Common, Jennifer Hudson, and Tiffany Haddish cheating rumors, old wounds reopened, and a bitter ex who might just be enjoying the downfall a little too much. Is Common simply unlucky in love, or is he repeating the same messy cycle with a new leading lady? Today we're diving deep into the scandal, connecting the dots that gossip blogs can't stop talking about, and trust me, what you're about to hear will have you questioning everything you thought you knew about this trio, because in this love triangle, there's history, there's heartbreak, and there's a twist no one saw coming. From the outside, Common has it all: talent, charm, award-winning music, acting chops. But when it comes to relationships, his resume is one long playlist of breakups. We're talking high-profile flames: Erykah Badu, Taraji P. Henson, Serena Williams, Angela Rye, each romance starting with fireworks, then quietly fizzling out. And here's the part fans can't ignore every time: it's him who eventually pulls the plug. Sometimes it's blamed on busy schedules. Other times the generic "we grew apart" line. But insiders often whisper another story: that Common loses interest the second things get too serious. Commitment issues? Maybe. A pattern? Definitely. So when Jennifer Hudson, Oscar winner, powerhouse vocalist, America's sweetheart, became the new love in his life, people prayed she'd be the one to break the cycle. Jennifer believed it too. She saw the romance, the public affection, the sweet words. Yet anyone who's tracked Common's dating past knew, the more perfect it looks at the start, the messier it gets at the end, and as history shows, the end has a way of creeping up faster than you think. It was only months ago. Common sat down for interviews and talk shows, calling Jennifer the prototype. His words dripped with affection. He said if he ever married, Jennifer was the one. Fans swooned. Social media lit up with #couplegoals posts. For Jennifer, who had navigated years of complicated relationships, it must have felt like solid confirmation she'd finally found someone who valued her. But whispers were starting. Word on the streets was that Common had been seen in public with another woman, not once but on several occasions. Anonymous sources claimed Jennifer's friends urged her to keep her eyes open. First, Jennifer brushed it off. After all, the man was publicly celebrating their relationship. But then came the photos. Blurry, taken at night, but enough to send Twitter and gossip blogs into overdrive. Had Common Mr. Jennifer is the one already moved on? If Jennifer was blindsided, there's one person who absolutely wasn't, and she was ready to make her feelings known. Enter Tiffany Haddish, actress, comedian, unapologetic truth-teller, and Common's ex. Her relationship with him was public, playful, and, at least on her end, serious. When it ended, Tiffany kept it classy in interviews mostly. But on social media, little flashes of shade began appearing. Fast forward to now. Fresh cheating allegations against Common and Jennifer make headlines, and hours later, Tiffany posts a cryptic laughing face on Instagram. No direct names, no explicit call-out, but her followers instantly connected the dots. For Tiffany, many believe this feels like karma. Years ago, rumors claimed Common's romance with Jennifer may have overlapped with his time with Tiffany. Whether true or not, Tiffany has hinted more than once that something about the timeline never sat right with her. Now, seeing Jennifer caught in the same painful swirl of rumors, Tiffany isn't hiding her satisfaction. Critics call it petty. Her fans call it poetic justice. But was this really just about shade, or was Tiffany quietly confirming what she's believed all along? Rewind to Tiffany's days with Common. Fans noticed her telling little stories about not getting gifts she wanted, about moments where she felt underappreciated that seemed to contain veiled digs at someone else. In one viral Instagram live, when a fan asked if she'd received jewelry from Common, she joked, "No, he probably gave that to Jennifer." The time it was brushed off as a joke. In hindsight, sounds like a red flag waving in plain sight. If there was overlap, Jennifer might have unknowingly stepped into a relationship already on shaky moral ground, setting the stage for the same thing to happen to her. That's where the pattern becomes impossible to ignore, because if you look back, it's the same script every time. People who've dated Common often describe the early days like a dream. He's attentive, vulnerable, deeply romantic. But somewhere along the line, the energy changes. The texts get shorter. Public appearances less frequent. The excuses more frequent. Erykah Badu knows the feeling. Their relationship ended after 2 years, with Common claiming she fell for someone else, but Badu later hinted that his wandering attention was the real issue. Angela Rye reportedly ended things when priorities couldn't align. Serena Williams? Another case of passion followed by quiet fade-out. The busy schedule narrative is almost always the official line, but according to insiders, it's a polite cover for simply moving on to the next spark. Even life advice from Michelle Obama, who counseled him on relationship compromises, couldn't rewrite the ending, and unfortunately, Jennifer came into this with a heart already carrying the weight of past heartbreak. Jennifer Hudson's love life hasn't been easy. Her high-profile engagement to wrestler David Otunga was shadowed by unimaginable tragedy: the loss of her mother, brother, and nephew in a horrific incident involving a family member. Through it all, Otunga stood by her side. But as the years passed, the relationship fell apart amid allegations of controlling and aggressive behavior. By the time she walked away, Jennifer was ready for a clean slate. She wanted stability, safety, and a partner who wouldn't waver. Common seemed like that man. For a while he was. Public appearances, mutual praise, shared laughter. But behind closed doors, history may have been repeating, which brings us to the question: who comes out ahead when the dust settles? Tiffany's got her satisfaction. Common may already be moving toward his next chapter. And Jennifer? She's sitting quietly, watching the narrative swirl without feeding it, which in Hollywood speaks volumes. Some believe Tiffany is angling for a reunion, pointing out she's hinted she'd take Common back despite everything. Others think she simply enjoys watching him face consequences. As for Common, his pattern suggests it won't be long before there's a new headline linking him to another star. Right now, we have more questions than answers. Is Jennifer really done with Common? Is Tiffany positioning herself for a comeback, or will both women close the chapter for good, leaving Common to repeat the cycle yet again? One thing's certain: this story isn't over. And in this town, the sequel is always juicier, so if you really want the inside scoop on what happens next, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you're here when the next twist drops, because believe me, something's coming.